ban phase of game number 6. The final game of the CBAT week number 2. Or maybe not. We will see. Alright, so we immediately have yet another Meowscarada ban. Poor Frank the Wolf never gets to pick that Pokemon. Sceptile SMG is going to counter this by banning Zeraora. Creeper is now going to ban Buzzwole to prevent the other team from getting it. And finally, we have a Hoopa ban, as Hoopa has been proven to be quite a powerful Pokemon when played in, a good player's hands. My Hoopa kinda sucks. I think my Hoopa is turbo ass. But, apparently my Hoopa is good, from what I have been told. Now, what is the relevance of this, you may ask? The relevance is simply that a bad Hoopa can still perform very well, and that is why they continue to ban it. Anyway, we have Lionheart going back to Delphox here. Ingle is hovering over Miraidon, which is not legal. Frank the Wolf is going to lock in Clefable, and now Ingle is going to pick Cinderace upon realizing that Miraidon cannot be picked. And Blade will go back to Sylveon. Alright. Tabulus is now hovering over the tree, and he's thinking about it, but he's not going to pick the tree. Sceptile SMG is going to pick Espeon. Tabulus decides to go for Crustle instead. And now we have Gyarados picked once again. Trevenant is going to be picked by Eli. And finally, we have Waffles left to pick, I don't know, either a defender or maybe an all-arounder. I would probably go with the defender here, but we will see what happens, as Waffles does not pick, and he is forced onto Dragapult. Interesting. Well, we'll see how this goes. We will see if Waffles is able to pilot a Dragapult, or if they will simply be defeated by the power of 3 people on the opposing team are back on their mains. And also, Ray's Eldegoss has been going crazy all day. Do not sleep on the Cotton Ball. Don't sleep on it. It looks very comfy to sleep on, but it has been going absolutely ham. It has been basically invalidating entire Pokemon from the opposing team. Alright, so we will see how this one goes. I mean, honestly, the top comp has a little bit more bulk, but we do have a Tank Buster in Cinderace, and we do also have another Tank Buster in Espeon. Dragapult can go crazy if piloted well, but I have never seen Waffles play Dragapult before. So, we will see if they are able to maybe mount a bit of a comeback here, or if it will all end here tonight. Game 6. Alright. So I think we should take this opportunity to see what the heck Waffles is trying to do with this Dragapult, as Waffles tries to assist with the bot lane, killing that first Pokemon, and we are going to try and pick up a KO on the Xatu. Alright, so Dragapult is in the jungle, which is where I would probably put it myself. And now we have a full meter thing, which I don't really know. But it does appear to give us some sort of stronger auto attack, which is very nice. And we are probably going to hit 5 and then rotate bot based on where we are starting. Okay, we pick up the KO on the Escavalier. We're going to try our best to kill this Baltoy as quickly as possible. We have successfully killed the Baltoy. And now we are going to move on to the next Baltoy. And that's going to give us some more experience. And now we are going to try our best to kill the Aselgor. And then I guess we become a Dracloak, and then we head bot lane, right? Alright, here's Dracloak. I'm not entirely sure what this Pokemon really does, but I do know that the jungler from the opposing team is in the center for some reason. Alright, Dracloak is going in with the circle maneuver, and that's really scary, but we don't get punished for it. Tabulus is level 4 now, which means he has a Crustle, and Crustle is extremely strong in the early game. But you do need to stay alive. Ingle is just sort of looking. He's not really trying to poke or anything. He's just going to try his best to stay alive. And Waffles has said, nah, you know what? Top lane. I'm chilling. So it looks like we're going to have a rotation top as it looks like Lionheart is in his own jungle. And we are going to kill these ball toys, which don't give much experience, but it does disable the opposing team from getting experience, as top lane is actually won by the Clefable and Espeon duo. And here comes the spawn in the middle, and let's see how we deal with this. Well, Gyarados jumps in and is very dangerous. Waffles is going to use the circle to get away, and he's just going to take off. He said, nah, you know what? It ain't worth it. Now the Gyarados is level 6, though. And now it's even level 7, and this thing has the most agency in the entirety of this game, and it has support from the Eldegoss. And we have to be very cautious to not die here, because Gyarados is packing Bounce, and it can just jump on us. And here comes Waffles, trying to blast from a distance, but Bounce is going to just kill us, basically. And here comes a big 30-pointer, and we're going to prevent Ray from scoring her 24, but that's still pretty bad for us. And we did not contest this Gyarados enough early on, and this Gyarados is already starting to get a bit out of hand. Alright, our objectives are coming, and let us see what the plan is for both teams. Right now, I've noticed that we have 3 top lane as Gyarados picks up a KO on the reboot. Now, Crustle goes in, trying to avenge the reboot, but needs to run away, isn't going to successfully escape, and this is going to be a bottom goal, left at 1 HP, and an open Registeel objective. Meanwhile, in the top lane, let's see what we've got going on here. Looks like we have a KO, Espeon picks up the KO on Sylveon, and now we are going to use the Unite move on Lionheart as Dracloak comes in with the drive-by blasting, and actually picks up the KO there. And now we're going to start shooting this this Trevenant from a safe distance. Clefable is there as well. And yeah, there's the rip. And Registeel is going to go to the team on the right. I mean, not the right, the left. I'm sorry. And yeah, it is time for this first objective, right? And Gyarados has successfully made it up here, and Gravity disables the Gyarados' bounce and saves Ingle's life. And that's huge. But they need to also be careful, because Gravity, you know, it has quite a bit of a cooldown, and Frank's Clefable is actually kind of nice. But unfortunately, he's going to end up fainting there, as Lionheart and Creeper are going to run it down onto them. And SMG, Sceptile SMG is going to try his best to contest this Gyarados, but Gyarados is going to be able to get out of there alive. Waffles and Jelly now in a 1v1 with a Sylveon that you don't want to be in. But we're gonna fly around, we're gonna blast, and that's a Unite move from the Sylveon being used. And they are going to get the Alecki while this team fight is happening. Frank the Wolf still trying to contest, but it's just a little bit too much here. That Reggie absolutely changed this game in a disastrous way for the team on the right. They were doing so well at the start here, but now they just can't stop them. They just can't stop them, it looks like. They are just being pushed all the way back, and that is a second goal break. Their top goal is exposed already. Or not their top goal, their center goal is exposed via the top, and now they can just go in through the middle as well. And we're going to do our best to contest this in the center here, but it looks like Ingle is going to extend a little bit too hard, end up fainting. Clefable is going to use Gravity, which is absolutely huge. Good job by the Clefable. They're going to try and hunt this Sylveon out of the bush, and they successfully do it. Now Moonlight going to try and heal everyone around, and we are going to use Gravity and use a couple of powerful hops to defeat this Trevenant, and this team still has some fight left in them. They have not given up yet. However, this Gyarados is just killing this Registeel once again, and they are just not contesting the Registeel quickly enough. They need to be on these objectives just a little bit faster to be able to win here. And now we have another fight in the center. Clefable is going to Moonlight, trying to save the Sylveon. Not Sylveon, Cinderace. But it's going to be just too much. I don't know what happened with my camera there. I didn't press that button. In fact, I didn't press any buttons, but here we are. And we are trying our best to contest this, but they are just all over the place. They are 5 people moving as a unit. They are all in the center area. And the team on the right's doing what they can to defend this, but yeah, this is just too much. And now the top objective is going to spawn, and the team on the right is completely out of position. As Gyarados is going to take this Altaria and start fighting the Alecki. It already has a 50-point dunker waiting as well. Alright, here comes the team on the right, though. They're on their way up, but they will not be able to prevent this Alecki in time. Alright. Well, let's see what the game plan is. We have Moonlight coming out from Clefable, keeping everyone alive. Nice and healthy. And we do gotta be careful. Another Moonlight is used, and it's just going to basically nullify the damage of an entire Pokemon there with that Fire Spin. And Moonlight is just so massively powerful. Holy moly. Look at this. The healing is going absolutely crazy. But here we go. We have some team fighting going on. And I appear to be lagging as well. Alright, we are going to successfully fight off this Alecki, it looks like, as we have picked up an entire team kill. Look at the power of the support coming out. Look at this. This is what this team was lacking the entirety of the first game. They just did not have a support. And now look at the difference. They are able to fight off the objectives. Rayquaza has spawned, and it is time to see what the game plan for Rayquaza is. Gyarados is going to bounce in on them, unleash the Unite move, pick up the KO on the Dragapult, and now we have a planned attempt of trying to defeat this Gyarados between the Crustle and also the Espeon. Sylveon's going to come in, though, and Espeon's got to run away from that. Ingla is going to feint to the defenders in the bottom, and as we rotate back, Lionheart and Ray are also there. Frank the Wolf is going to faint. Crustle is the last remaining player alive in the objective right now. But we have respawn timers. Dragapult could have launch padded in, but instead Dragapult is flying in normally. I suppose this is trying to help with his timing on this fight. But we are going to get chased down by this Sylveon, and we are actually going to pick up the KO on it even. Alright, this is looking like a very stealable Pokemon. In fact, they're actually fighting them off right now. They are fighting them off. Rayquaza's going to start healing in a second here. Moonlight keeping Sceptile alive. Tabulous is coming in. He's coming in. Creeper is here. He's fighting Rayquaza. He realizes what the win condition is. And Tabulous is going to fight Rayquaza too. Who got the KO? And it was the Gyarados that gets the KO on the Rayquaza. And that should do it. Maybe they can prevent the scoring from happening. But based on those sounds, no. Sorry. What a goal. 100 and then another 66er scored. And this team on the right, I mean, they have the points. They just need everyone to successfully get a dunk off here. I see that that Delphox's Unite forces me to snap to Delphox. And that is an 82 points from Crustle at the end there, but that's just not enough. We know what the score was before the 82, chat, and that is going to do it. 5-1 once again for that one team. As the Rayquaza, being taken by the Gyarados, seals the fate of Team Tyrannical Eevees this week. They could have won that game if they got the Rayquaza. But they all got too caught up in the team fight. They didn't realize that they just had to go fight the thing. And it just ended up being a little